We want to introduce you to Charming. That is a new paper collection from Hot Off the Press.
And it is charming.
It is.
We have papers, and we're adding doilies and a template.
And paper towel and ribbons and oh so much. Come play with us. Now this is a smaller collection with the paper pack and the paper towel,
right?
But we've added some extra things to it,
right,
just to kind of make it special.
And we have ribbons too.
Oh, we have ribbons too, yes. Okay. So our paper towel, you can see why it's called Charming. So it's just beautiful, soft colors, the roses with that soft teal and the pink and kind of a peach also.
And a nice little gray in that, some of those backgrounds too. So it's a very pretty look.
Now let's go into the papers, and it's been a little while since I've done my paper dance for you, so let me show you that. So you're going to get 12 by 12 papers. They're all double-sided. Of course, the ideas are on the front.
Absolutely.
And more ideas on the back.
Wouldn't be us without them.
Wouldn't be us, yes. So this is kind of the feature page. You can see that gorgeous big swirls.
Isn't that beautiful?
On top of the flourishes. And my little dance is to show you, or just to talk about, how you can put these together. Now,
that's a neat look right there.
Look at that. Is that
gorgeous?
Just not gorgeous? Yes. And you can also do things, you can do this. You can do kind of what I think of as bookends, like this. So just so many ways, and because these papers are shaded on the edges, it really gives you just an extra special touch, which I think
you don't have to do a lot of inking on the edges of these to bring that focus to the center. That's done for you.
Or buy 14 ink pads in different colors to just do that little effect. So this is the first. Our second is a red, but look at that corner treatment, how just pretty that is. You can do the same paper dance with that.
I like that. Sing a little bit of that first page on several other pages. That's
yes.
a nice look.
And this is lighter in the center, darker on the edges, so it just creates a beautiful shadow effect. A stripe, doing flourishes and dots and lines just beautifully. And you'll see those papers as we go.
These are great for cutting into strips for borders and all kinds of...
Isn't that lovely? That's where the purple, a little bit of purple is coming in. Gail and I were talking about that. So you can see the pinks, that's just really pretty all over pattern. Then we have it just along the bottom. Now again, it can go in any direction because that just is how it works. You're going to get 2 of those, of course. And then a soft gray with a smaller rose pattern all over. And you can see the text behind it. It looks like linen behind it.
Beautiful.
That's just what our graphic designers do. Then to flip these over, you're going to see that kind of peachy color with the filigree along the edges, a gray flourish, and then a smaller in that pinky salmon color, and then another one in the green. And then we have the texture with, there's also words behind that. Isn't that just lovely?
It is.
And then we have the stripes, so there's another one. So all together.
The ribbons, you're going to get 12 altogether. 11 of those are ribbons that are 36 inches, and then the 12th is twine in 72 inches. You're getting crepes and pinks and purples. You're getting grosgrains, twills. They have beautiful velvet glitter ribbon. You've got a sheer with dots, and you've got 1/8 inch pieces. You've got 1/4 inch wide pieces. So you've got lots to choose from. Goes great with those papers.
Now to go with this, speaking of great with these papers, we've added some doilies. It just felt like the paper doilies were a perfect accent. They're lightweight, but they've got that flourish, that filigree on them. So we've got a 4-inch round and then 6.5 by 10 oval. Now to do some matting on the oval, we have the Easy Ovals template. We'll show you how we're going to use those. Let's get to the projects. Okay, here is our first card. And actually, don't go too far with those doilies, okay? So this is using, surprise, the oval doily. So we're going to take part of it right here, and the other part of it right there. Now you get,
if it helps.
yeah, thank you. That does help.
There we go.
That's even more better. And with 36 in the pack, you've got a lot to use, and there's some fun things you can do. We'll show you more on a scrapbook page.
I do want to show you. You really want to work at getting these.
Sure.
Make sure that you have one. I mean, they come apart easily, like so, but they're very deceptive, and you might think you have one, and you really have two. So
or
really,
three.
Yeah.
So this is thank you. It kind of looks like a gateway card, doesn't it? But it's not. Layered those ribbons underneath this paper towel. We've used the inside-outside greetings dazzle, so it says thank you, and on the inside, you make me smile. And you know where that paper came from.
Right, isn't that beautiful?
And then this is the 4-inch round.
Oh,
it's just been tucked right there in the corner.
There we go. So you can just use part of it and then use another part of it.
And then there's the other one of the other paper towels. And
paper towel.
You know the trick with paper. You're going to show. Okay.
I am going to show. So you get 3 different designs on here that you can put together. Of course, you can use them individually. You choose the colored numbers. I'm going to choose the blue, so I'm going to get 1, 2, 3 those pieces, and then I'm going to pop them out. Super easy to pop out. You can place that right onto your card. Go ahead and pop out your second piece, and I've got foam tape on the back of this. Real easy to do.
And notice that she's not covering the whole thing with foam tape. Just a few pieces is really all you need.
Yeah, it's really not necessary. Then I want to look at the design and match it up, make sure I have it the correct direction.
Turn it over.
And then match up the edges of the artwork, the ends of those banners. Then when you do that, now you've got a 3D piece. You've got your start. There's your first 2 pieces. Next I would pop out the 3rd piece. And then you've got extra artwork that you can add on top of it too if you like.
Now here is how you can use that on a scrapbook page. So the ones that we showed you the oval. This is the border that Gail just demonstrated. Now what I appreciate about this is that if you are doing scrapbooking or card making, you can see that that's got 3 layers, and yet it's hardly thick at all.
Right.
It's going to be fine in a sheet protector. It's going to be fine to mail in a card.
Lightweight.
Or you can use them individually, however you like.
Okay.
Now those butterflies that are fluttering are our black jewel butterflies.
Aren't they beautiful?
And it is true that at one point Gail thought they were bats, but they're not. They're butterflies, and they're the silhouette butterflies. And you see the glitter that's there.
That is beautiful. I just think they could be used as bats. They do look like butterflies to me, though. And they do match these papers perfectly. I love the pink jewel dazzles in combination, too. That's kind of nice, just on the 4 corners of that.
Just a little edge. That's the pink jewel. You see these are the holographic
So this
ones.
is a great use of one of the background papers. You've got those stripes in the background. If we back out a little bit, you can see those flowers just coming down from the top.
Isn't that pretty? And another border put there,
right,
and another down here. So doing that stripe.
Right, but we have other border papers, so different looks entirely.
And here is that first one. Now you saw it originally like this. Debbie turned it like this, and she used the oval doily.
So you've got that large oval doily, but she also wanted to mat it,
right,
so that you could see pink behind it, and she did that with the Easy Ovals template we talked about. You place that right on your paper, and you're going to go ahead and choose. I don't know which one she chose, so I'm just going to choose one. I'll take this one, and you're just going to start marking. Now there are long lines, slits here, where you can put your pencil in and go around. You can start to use the dots and continue around, or you can take your template, turn it over, and match up where you were there. I have that end, and then just continue around with those that way. Once you finish it, you pull that off, and you go ahead and cut out, and you have a nice big oval.
Right, and that's what she did here. And I just want to point out how fun to do a rectangular photo with an oval backing.
Yeah,
just very nice. She also did some computer journaling, used one of the Extra Art paper towel, and did that in an oval.
Made a smaller oval, inked the edges on that.
Right here, she cut along the edge of that flourish.
Isn't that fun?
Tucked her matted photo underneath.
Right, so do that before you put your photos and everything in place. Go ahead and cut along the edge of that, and then you can just slip that matted piece underneath.
And while we're there, you can see all of those dots were done with gold stickles.
Oh, no, I think it really is the orange. I know it
really
looks gold,
is?
But it really is the orange.
Okay,
you know, there's a
it.
combination. Here is gold, and there is the orange.
Okay.
Okay, so two different kinds of stickles used there.
So that's why I'm sitting here with this one.
It's a fluorescent.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
It's an interesting look. It's because it's done on the teal, it sort of makes it look a little different.
And if you're hesitant about those dots, you certainly could use the dot part of the template and kind of work it around if you wanted to.
Sure.
The ribbons I like. I think that's fun to take the sheer and the glitter and just fold them, overlap them on each end. There is the paper towel you showed,
Right.
but that 4-inch doily behind it. So just really, really nice.
Very pretty.
Lots
Very
of things
charming.
going on.
How charming.
How charming. This is another page. Now, in this case, we've added some extra things. There is the die-cut butterfly dazzles.
Right.
You can see one there.
Some
and
nice
another
little
one.
windows here, just strips of paper to surround some photos. A nice look.
And there's another example of cutting around a piece of the pattern paper. That's some really nice
Right.
cutting, and slipping the matted
Right.
photo
Now
underneath.
there's two ways of doing that. You can either cut that directly on this page and slide the photo under, or you can cut those from another piece of paper out entirely and just
them on
paste
top.
those on top. So
Okay.
whatever is easiest for you.
Okay, so
Just
there we
beautiful.
go. So lots of options. There is a free download. It's going to look like this. You will see it on the product page of the Charming paper collection, so you can use that as often as you want.
Right, so you've got the doilies,
You have the paper towel
you've got the papers, the ribbons,
and the template.
the template.
So all of that together in a much tidier presentation than this, and it is just waiting for you.
And charming.